Hey there, welcome to my channel, Soulfully Illumined. In today's video, we're doing some mystery messages. Just kind of want to let it free flow, see what wants to come through for you. We have 3 cards, 3 piles. We have pile 1 with the, I think it's the sodalite, but it could be blue calcite, but the blue crystal is pile 1. Pile 2 is the yellow calcite, and pile 3 is the aventurine crystal. So you have a pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Let's see what mystery messages want to come through for you. All right, go ahead and scroll down below, pick the group that resonates the most with, that you resonate the most with, and I will see you at your pile. See you there. Hey there, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. If you picked this blue crystal or blue stone, this reading is for you. And you picked as your card Kuthumi. And it says Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So Kuthumi, yeah, like he has so much deep wisdom, and he embodies his wisdom. It's like just by looking at him, by seeing him, he embodies it. You know how there's some people out there that just regurgitate information or knowledge? He embodies it. And there's something to be said about that for you, because I'm now drawn to the snake, right? Or I can't remember the name of it, but the snake that eats his tail. What the message that's coming through here for you, pile 1, is that you've gone through enough cycles in this life, current life cycle, this current life, that's what they're saying, where you actually are embodying the wisdom now, whether you realize it or not. And I feel like the reason why this message is coming through is because they want you to really recognize that you're now at this point of your evolution of really embodying it. You know how we go through cycles of like learning and growing and then learning and growing and so forth. And, you know, it's like, when does this cycle stop? And for you, you're moving into a time of really embodying what you've learned. So exiting these cycles of education and the practical actions of it, and really moving into a time of just being it. So kudos and congratulations to you, pile 1, because you're now moving on to a higher state of being. And I'm now being drawn to trust, and then it says trust is really bright and light, and then it says what you know. And so it may be that your current reality isn't really depicting what you know within your heart, that things aren't manifesting in the way that you desire, and that you're not seeing things of how you want them to be. And truth be told, it does take time to manifest in the physical reality, especially in the current state that we're in, with so much that's happening around us and so much happening within us. But the word patience is coming through. And I know, I hate that word too, but they're saying patience because you're slowly, and your reality is slowly but surely lightening up. So let go of the load that you're carrying and allow things to transform. You're being asked to breathe and allow and be receptive to the change or changes, because when you carry the wisdom, it's like you already know, so you don't have to hustle to make something happen, because innately you know it's going to happen. And you know that the time will come when you have to take action, And that moment, because you know, because you're embodying that wisdom, you'll know when it comes, and then it's time to take action. So coming back to center is the greatest gift that you could give to yourself as well as to the manifestation. Because then there's an allowing of the flow to come to you. And with the cloak coming up, there's this insistence of you are divinely protected and you are divinely guided. And although there may be moments where you feel like, not hopeless, it may feel hopeless, but it's like you can't do anything. There's not much you can do, like helpless, maybe that's a better word. That it's like everything is being done for you. And your doing is really just being in that state of embodying who you are. Because you carry everything you need within you. So let's keep going. We're now being drawn to the astrology cards here. So for pile 1, collective, please. Did that really want to come through? I think it did. Okay, so we have Chiron, who is considered the wounded healer. Your healing power, empathy, ability to teach or learn remedies. Bottom of the deck is Sagittarius with that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you've probably been burnt in the past. That's what it feels like here. But you're moving into this whole new reality, the whole new world where because of the cycles you've gone through, they've fine-tuned, they've strengthened specific gifts that you hold, pile 1. So, everything's perspective of how you choose to look at things. And what they're bringing to your attention is that the pain, the suffering, all of the agitation that you've carried from the past, that's gone, but they've given you a tool as you move into a lighter and lighter reality. They're now configured into tools for you to use in this brand new experience that you're moving forward in. And there's something with you about the sacral chakra. So this could be how you are interacting with the world, how you're using, or like people and relationships, or how you are using your creative talents, pile 1, and having strength in that. Strength in the ability to do it, the self-confidence, the not caring about anybody else, but just focusing on those things that really bring you strength and integrity. So they're encouraging you to move forward on your journey because you're walking into this new way. And the things that were once considered wounds are now, as you move into the light, because you've been going through some darkness in your past, are now considered tools for you. So don't look back. Keep moving forward. And a lot of those tools will just be instinctual for you because you're embodying the wisdom. So trust your instincts. And for some of you, don't worry too much. You got this. But now they're bringing me into like the green. So much green in this Chiron card, right? And with the green really being associated with, I'm getting money, I'm getting heart chakra, moving into a more fertile time for you. And fertility can be from within and feeling, that abundance that you hold within yourself of just feeling that, that charge, feeling filled up, feeling emotionally fulfilled, energies rising up again. But I'm also, more than anything, what's really being highlighted here is more of your external reality. There's a shift happening in your external reality where the fruits of your labor will start to manifest into form. And some things that are unexpected, that are quite lovely, that are quite magical, will be showing up as well. Are you paying attention? Are you looking around you? And so they're saying, as you move forward, where do you focus? On what is, like the lack that there is, or the good that there is that surrounds you? So what does that mean to you? What does being here in this present moment mean to you? Are you seeing the positive in your experience or positive things in your experience, or is the focus on the darkness or the lack? My friends, you are, like I said, like, trust the journey you're on, because you're really starting to, as you continue to walk forward, you're going to be strengthened with each and every step. They're asking you to move with it. Because there may be some unexpected twists and turns in your journey that you did not foresee, that you think may be out of your league, but they're not. They're a match to your energy. They're a match to you. And they want you to be open to that. And as I said that, the timer said 11:11. Bam. Explore what's coming to you if it feeds your soul. And I keep coming back to teach or learn remedies. So some of you may be healers of some sorts, practitioners or whatnot. Like, I don't know, I don't want to list them all, but like, you may be in the health field or do some sort of healing modalities. They're saying explore that. There's something there for you. Take that if it resonates. But there's something for you to express out into the world. And that may come with time. They're just asking you to just open yourself up and trust what you know. Where are we going now? Are we doing another one? Okay. All right, let's pull another one for pile one. Okay. We have Capricorn. So yeah, this could be in career. Neptune, bottom of the deck. So with the Capricorn here, it says here, the energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. So this time for you, whenever you receive this message, pile one, is really about you just taking things step by step, taking a methodical approach to each step on your path. And that don't trust your mind to judge, to reason out certain things. Like, for example, an opportunity presents itself, but your head's like, well, I know what it takes to do this, and it's a lot of work, and this, that, or the other, and I don't have the energy, etc., etc. Don't trust the mind, because the mind is working from the past. Trust your heart. Trust your energy. What makes you feel solid inside, what makes you feel like the god or goddess or, what else? God or goddess that you are, go that way. And not from an ego standpoint, from the heart and body standpoint. But I feel like for you, there's a shift that they're speaking of, and with respects to your career, and what you're navigating with career. And some of this has been written in the stars. of how like this part of your journey has been written in the stars. And so when it's written in the stars, it's fated. 1414 might be symbolic for you. You might want to check those numbers out. But the time is shifting now for you, Pile 1. This time of the way that you're doing things, the way, the hard working, the material reality is shifting for you. So trust the heart to lead you, because the mind and your eyes may not be translating it accurately. And then I keep coming back, cloak of wisdom. There's something with spiritualistic. She had once said to me, or not me, but in a reading in like one of her videos, she had said something like, I felt like it was to me, but it's coming up right now, which is, do what you have to do and then come back to center. Do what you have to do, whatever the situation happens, and you have to address it, and then come back to center. Because then every action that you do is done from that place of balance. You're acting from that place of balance. And then when you're in that place of balance, energetically, quantumly, right, what comes to you is somehow in alignment, or helping the alignment of you being in balance. I hope that makes sense. So that could be some advice for some of you as well. But there's this shift happening of how you're doing things and allowing things to occur. All right. So I'm going to end with one final card for you, Pile 1. So for Pile 1, what final card do you want to express to them? Pile 1, collective spirit. Endurance, rock. First message I'm getting is keep going. Your grounds may look barren right now. It may look like nothing's manifest, but you'd be surprised what can grow in the crappiest circumstances. I used to get so upset when I saw a lot of buildings and cement paveways everywhere. And I'm like, what are they doing to Gaia? You know, what are they doing to her? You know, like, where is she going to grow? And then one day I came out in that area and I was thinking the same thing, and I turned and I saw like this little like stem and like these vines like growing out of the cement. And I smiled and I realized, you know what are we talking about? Like, this is Gaia. She'll always find a way. And I feel like that with you too, Pile 1. Number 1, yes, you'll always find a way. But more importantly, the energies will always find a way. There is an infinite number of possibilities how situations can play out. Don't limit yourself with the mind. Allow yourself to grow, because now you're moving out of the darkness and into the light. So shine that light and let it expand, because that's what you're doing now. You're expanding in an area that may not be, or life circumstance or present moment, whatever that it is, in a situation where you're not seeing any sort of fertility or growth. Anything can happen. And you have so much power here. And it's like, let your energy do the work. Let the energy of the universe help with this co-creation. Okay? So, Pile 1, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, please. Subscribe if you haven't. I would love to have you. And I look forward to reading for you guys again. Thank you so much for watching and your time today. Have a great one. Bye. Hey there, pal 2. Welcome to your mystery message. You picked the yellow calcite. And the card that you picked, Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. You might have picked pile 1, 2, or went back and forth with pile 1 and 2. Sorry, it's coming right in. Okay, so with this reading for you, pile 2, you're making huge strides in your journey, in your expression. There's an opening. It's like there's a heart awakening that's happening for you. You've been on the path and you've been moving through it. Gosh, how do I say this? Sorry, pal 2. Just give me a second. Hold on. First of all, we're just going to take it step by step. Maybe that's a message for you, okay? But we're going to start here because they're taking me straight to the heart here and the color green. It's like you've been having this transition or transformation happening within your heart chakra. It's like this heart expansion that's happening for you. And with the be open, and it's, well, they are not even saying the rest of it. They're just saying be open to healing. So I feel like right now you are undergoing a heart activation, a heart opening, and there's a lot of codes that are coming in for you. They're saying be open up your field. You may be tight through that mid back into the shoulders or rounding those shoulders forward. Okay, you know, that typical wonderful computer posture. So watch your posture, because if you find that you're curling over a lot more, then it may be that you're just there's some tightening that's happening through that heart chakra. There's a blocking that's happening through that heart chakra. So you may want to consider some like breathing exercises or pec stretches, something like that. But I think this is more a healing message for you, because now they're like healing, healing, healing. You're healing right now. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you. So let's just make that clear. This is just a part of your journey. Okay, it's not personal, it's a journey. And for you, pile 2, there's something about you expressing your emotions. And you may have been the type to, you know, where everything is pretty much in a straight line. You know, everything is more logical versus allowing it to be a little bit more messier and emotional. So with that, and you know what, that's fine. You know, it happens, especially in this society where we're taught to more so think than feel, that logic was more important than intuition. That's switching for you. There's, what did they say? Turn of the dime. And where you may be expressing more emotions now. So especially if you're watching this upon filming during this Piscean season, but during this eclipse time, you may find that there's a rebalancing that's happening. So giving you the opportunity to really allow these emotions out and explore them. Not from a logical sense, but from love and compassion. Maybe from a logical sense to some degree, but it's more about using the emotion, the softer side of you, of just being loving and compassionate and just feeling what you're feeling. There's a shift that's happening for you. So it's time for you to really support yourself in a completely different way. So with that, now they're saying healing, information. Trust what's being given to you at this time. Of course, follow your own intuition, because your wings are about to spread. First of all, they're healing right now to allow you to spread. In other words, there's aspects of yourself that are healing, that are allowing you to spread your wings, to stretch out within your reality, where maybe there are certain things that, you know, you felt blocked, like you couldn't really move forward on, or that you really didn't want to move forward on for some reason or another. That's shifting within you. You're going through a whole complete healing process. There's a letting go of old ties that have been holding you back, that are associated with your solar plexus. Because it's like, once you realize that things aren't always a straight line, especially when you connect with those emotions, it's like there's this untethering that happens. Like, you don't have to be perfect. You can feel whatever you feel. There's no right, there's no wrong. You can feel whatever you feel. And there's this understanding that happens for you. And it sucks because it's like we're taught to be a specific way, that we have to be perfect, that we have to do this and we have to do that to be seen, to be respected, to be loved. And so there's a shedding for you, a shedding of an old skin, a shedding of an old way of being. Trust the process and trust the waves that are coming in for you. And this could be the waves of emotion that are coming in. 616 might be significant numbers for you, even 444. I saw those earlier. But there's a shifting of the way that you're doing life. And so don't feel like you're doing anything wrong, because you're not. But you're being asked to write. If you're a writer, speak. Like, you know, those voice recorders on like an iPhone, I think other phones have it too. Speak. Or do some mirror work, and just, not even mirror work, just talk to yourself in the mirror. Because there's something about that, about just allowing it out. And allowing yourself to just be for whatever you are in that moment. Just be, without judging it. That's going to be very therapeutic for you. And allow more integration of your higher self. Interesting. They're really bringing forth that feminine, the divine feminine energy, this energy of just chillaxing. I love that word. It makes me laugh. Chillaxing. I don't even know, like chill, relaxing, I guess. I don't know, anyway, whatever. So what's happening is this energy of just nurturing of the emotions, of bringing forth the intuition, because I do feel like your intuition is going to strengthen as a result of you just kind of letting go of the whole logic and the mental body a little bit. Because I feel like that mental body has really tightened your body, your physical body up, but also your mind up, not allowing other tools that you have, such as your intuition, to really flow easily. So let's continue. We're going to go ahead and pull some astrology cards for you. So for pile 2 collective spirit, what else? Okay. We've got Mars, your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. 12th house. Okay. We're going to just start here first. And with this card, it's this shift. Yeah, because it's like you're going from this way of being, of just being and getting things done, even fighting things. And this could be like your inner dragon, or your inner demon, I should say, or, you know, other things in your external world. You're going from this Mars masculine energy into having a better balance between the masculine and the feminine aspect of you. And then learning that feminine, that softer, that compassionate, lighter side of you is just as valuable as the other. And that there's something about here with the drive and the strength. There's this learning that's coming through this, of realizing that, damn, I need this and this. but this is like, wow, this is gold. You know what I mean? There's a shift. And for some of you, you've been fighting your inner demons for a while. And it really sucks to fight against yourself. It really does. And you know, it leads to things such as like autoimmune diseases. It leads to things such as like digestive issues and, you know, all this other crap in the body that we just don't need. You know, and it's like, maybe it's time to just stop fighting against yourself, ourselves, and being our worst enemy, and instead just say, okay, this is how I feel. It really sucks, but this is how I feel. And don't judge it. Just give yourself a big hug. And I feel like that acceptance is a part of the healing process for you. And it's going to make you stronger. There's a lightness that's happening within you. You know, the other group, it was more of like an external lightness in the world, going out into the world, the lightness. But for you, it's like there's this internal release that's going to be happening if it hasn't already started. But with the striations here, you know, in the yellow calcite, as well as in his robe or get up here, it's like it's layers and layers and layers. And for some of you, like I said, you've been doing it a long time, and it really sucks because it's like one thing after another. And there's one thing that I said in the other reading, that if I was on the other end, I'd be like, oh, F you, Sheena. Which is something like, I said something like, you know, enjoy all of these aspects of yourself. And I would have said F you to me because I wasn't enjoying all of these aspects of myself. I was in judgment because I thought I needed to be perfect or at a specific stage in my life. Again, judgment. So for you, I'm about to say the same thing. It's like, and I hope you get it, you take it better than I did, which is enjoy every layer of yourself. Because it's like tattoos on the body. It's like beautiful pieces of expression, beautiful pieces of your story that you have overcome, that you have walked through, that you have nailed, whether you realize it or not. And so there's this acceptance that's happening, a compassion, a support of yourself that's important for this stage of your journey. Some of you may be guided to writing a book, writing your story, using a creative outlet to get the energy out or to express yourself. Follow your heart, follow inspired action. And there's something associated with that, with the Mars energy of using your creativity to tame the fire within. So if you've been feeling heightened anger or just, you know, fire, anger, frustration, you know, if your skin's turning a little red or eczema is acting up, you know, obviously with all of these physical things I'm talking about, go see a healthcare practitioner, etc., if you feel you need to. But I'm going to be real with you from my end, my perspective, which is eczema, red skin, anger in the body needs to be released somehow. And here what I'm trying to say is that utilizing that fire in a way that serves your emotions, in a way that supports you. That's really being highlighted here. Let's pull one more card for pile 2 collective viewers, please, Spirit. What else? I don't know why I had to say it like that, but I just did. Thank you. We have the 7th house. The area of your life is about long-term significant partnerships, romance, business, or family. The 7th house. I feel like with this card coming through, pile 2, the things that have been releasing are things that are associated with like that have just been ingrained since childhood or since, you know, like your family stuff. And that's coming up to be balanced out. So again, that release is deeper than you may think it is. But it's about allowing right now, because this is really helping to set the tone for the partnerships that are coming into your life. What was the bottom? Aquarius. Yeah, dude. Expansion, freedom, stretching out, you know, going beyond the norm. So your norm has not served you in the past, and you're moving into a new normal. And so this release, this healing, this clearing, this smoothing out of some rough edges that you may have had is part of this next aspect of you, of softening up a little bit, smoothing out the rough edges. I think I just said it, I did. And moving into a space where, first off, the relationships are more inspiring. The relationships are more supportive. Your life is more open to various opportunities that really just expand you. I can't think of another word for inspiring. So I just think that it feels more, there's more lighter, more inspirational energy around you that leads to greater opportunities that really, again, support your cup. There's a shift. It's quite lovely. So I'm going to end with, yeah, it's like a balance. And we talked about the yin and the yang, the feminine and the masculine, or the light and the shadow. It's like there's a balancing that's happening. That's just perfect. And it'll happen in divine timing. Excuse me. It's like I'm seeing like the Wheel of Fortune. It's like it's happening. It's just let it turn. Let the wheel turn. You know, everything's getting into balance for you. So trust yourself in this journey, because this heart awakening is really going to expand your world, okay, in a way that's more supportive for you. Okay, we'll just pull one more card to end this reading. It's 17:17 on the timer. So for pile to collective, one last card, please. Thank you. I love this card. It's my favorite card. Attraction, magnetism. I love this card. Look how cute this little kid is. You just want to kiss his head. Anyway, so I'll get into it. My apologies. So 37, 10. 37, which equates to a 10, completion of a cycle, attraction, magnetism, walking into the world in a different way, okay, in a way that just really allows you to open up to the various situations, or just expands your mind. Like, this is basically what I was feeling when I was telling you that things are getting lighter and more expansive for you. It's like, but it's going to start from the inside out. It's like a loosening, a letting go from the inside, okay, which is going to just ripple out to the external. Okay, that's what's happening for you. With the light and sun, bottom of the deck here, as that pulled out, it's like you, again, lightening up, but it's like warm, golden water or energy just pouring into the body and then coming out. It's a process. It's a slow process, but it's a process that you've been undergoing to transition into something that better serves you. Okay, so pile 2, that was your reading, your mystery message. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and do give this video a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't. We'd love to have you, and I look forward to reading for you guys again. Take care. Bye. Hey there, pile 3. Welcome to your mystery reading. If you picked this adventuring crystal, this reading is for you. I had to put on a shawl because I was cold, so if it starts flapping around, I'll take it off. The card that you picked, interesting. It's the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. It's a card 41. And I'm not putting them together. They're kind of, the numbers are separate. it's like there's a space between the 4 and the 1. And there's something here about foundation with the 4, right? Stability, foundation, and the 1 being, you know, spirit, in my opinion. The 1. You carry a lot of wisdom in you, Pile 3. You carry a lot of wisdom. Things that you know and things that you don't know. And I feel like with you, you see the world from a whole different perspective. From a very cool perspective, might I add. And it's like, there's this shedding in the way, your approach to how you've been doing things. Because there's this huge activation that's currently impacting you. It's like the energy that's coming in right now, it's like there's this plan that's been formulated. And it could be, hold on, just give me 1 sec. Because I want to know where that line is pointing. No? Show me the line. Thank you. Aries. What about the other line? We have the 6th. 1 more line. Sorry, I'll explain it in a second. It's just the way that it's showing me, it's kind of weird. So I'm going to bring this down a little. I'm going to bring that right there. Right there. And I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit right here and bring that there. 1 more. Yeah, okay. So yours is a little different, and then we got Mars, bottom of the deck. Okay, your reading, the way that I'm playing it is a little different. This is a mystery message for me too, so the way that they want the cards is different for all these readings. Yours is quite interesting, Pile 3. So there's a lot of downloads that are coming in for you, and it's really interesting. Like you have work, health, duty, the 6th house, right? Work, health, and duty area of your life. Then you have the Cancer energy of emotion, sensitivity, caring, right? Of the water element, of the nurture, of the mother. Then you have the Aries, which is about like, you know, the Emperor energy to some degree. It's about that dynamic, spontaneity, the action. And then you have Taurus, which is the earth, which is the nature. You're doing this rebalancing. You're going to be soaring in a whole new way. So you're getting a lot of information coming through. Where are we starting? We're going to start with the Aries here. There's a balancing here of, okay, sorry, let me start this again. You're getting a lot of information in. You're getting a lot of downloads in. Whether you realize it or not, allow it to integrate. There's a transmutation or transmutation that's happening from a cellular level with you, Pile 3. Allow it. You're transforming and changing. So maybe the things that you've wanted to do, you can't really do right now. They're saying, just lighten up for a little bit. I know it really sucks, but in time, you'll understand why. Because there's going to be a new way that you're doing things, number 1, and there's a new plan that's been formulated for this step of your journey. And this one poses greater balance for you. This next step, or like, sorry, this new plan for this next phase is giving you greater balance in your life. And it's going to give you a lot more passion in your life. Because I'm hearing trendsetter. You are a trendsetter. You are, especially with like that violet energy there. It's like, you pave the way, you're the rebel, you create the shifts. Okay. And so whether you're that now or you're transitioning into that, you know what feels right for you. But the information that's coming in, as I said, is giving you greater balance in your world. So it's like how you approach the world is shifting. how you are interacting with the world is different, how you choose to nurture yourself, and how you choose to be nurtured from the world around you. All of those are important on all of these different levels. And it's really interesting how they were placed, because I was kind of going with the lines here and then the grounding energy. It's like the energy, your shift in consciousness is happening to create greater stability with having you in this world. So maybe you felt like you weren't really, you didn't really belong here, or you aren't very comfortable in the world around you. That's shifting. And you're being asked at this time to relax and slow down so you can then become more comfortable in the world around you. Because there's abundance to be had for you here, but it first requires greater balance internally. Okay? And that's connected to the other cards. But for you to fully ground in the physical requires you to feel comfortable in the physical. Because you have such a beautiful state. You really do when you're really comfortable. Pile 3. You have this purity about you, but yet you have this spunk and originality. That's quite lovely. There's something about the bee spirit for you. Pile 3, and it could be, if it's not this, you look it up online, spirit animal bees, and see what comes up for you. But what I'm getting with you is this idea of pollination. And you may be a big traveler or a free spirit that tends to hop around a lot. But as you do this, I feel like you do this, you tend to do this. And this could be just hopping around with jobs, with you have different groups of friends for different things. But as you move around, you pollinate different groups. You pollinate the earth if you're a traveler, but also different groups of friends and people that you come across or cross paths with. And so that's really beautiful about you. But now you're shifting more into, there's no but, you're shifting more into the physical reality. And perhaps that's so you can do more of your pollination or more traveling and more expression of your creativity and your uniqueness in this reality. Okay? So right now, also during this transformative process that you're undertaking right now, there's this need for balance. And the physical body is really important for you. Pile 3. Well, it's important for everybody, but it's going to be helping create a firm, balanced foundation. There's something with the balance here for you. It could be that maybe you tend to really go things hard. If you work out a lot, just be a little conscientious of, if you work too hard, odds are the body will tighten up. You got to loosen up a little bit, integrate more yoga for that softness. So every time you go hard, you got to go a little soft to counter it with the body. Okay? So if you tend to work hard, right? And this could be physical labor, this could be whatever. It could be any sort of working hard. You got to balance it by some sort of softness. And so there's this shift within you that's happening, and you may get signs of that in your external reality. For example, if you watch YouTube, there could be a lot of yoga thumbnails popping up, right? Or somatic breathing or stretching techniques popping up. And it's just spirit just kind of, encouraging you to try a different approach. This incorporation of greater balance, Pile 3, is going to allow more light within you and allow for easier integration. Because there may have been some struggle with the integration, Pile 3, in the past. I know, because especially when you're in the dark night of the soul, it's like sometimes you're just fighting against it. You're fighting against it. And it's like, no, no, no. You have to surrender to it, which is so hard to kind of let go, to just like let go and feel safe enough to just surrender, right? Because the reflex is when something's at you, you go at it too. But they're saying here is that, no, no, now it's about balance. Not going hard at something, but letting it go. Because there's something that comes through as a result of you just letting go and bringing forth a greater balance. And it may require some vulnerability and some triggering of safety and security. But my friends, as I see this card, I feel your energy, and it's just like, but why? You're like freaking incredible. You can take on the world. But that's me. I'm not in it, right? I get it. With the Cancer being above this card here, and being above the 7th chakra, being nurtured is really important. Perhaps you weren't very nurtured as a child, pile 3, or maybe you were just very hypersensitive to the environment that you grew up in. And I'm really sorry if it was if it wasn't easy for you. But there's something here about connections for you. Connection to the self, connection to the inner child within you. That may be coming up for you. Because there may be some wounds or some clearing that's happening with that. And it could be from something that you saw growing up, something that you experienced from growing, from your childhood. I'm really sorry if that's the case. But there's this energy, this watery energy of, number one, intuition coming in, right? But greater sensitivity coming in. Sorry, that's another thing. I know I was talking about the inner child and then I just flipped the switch. So it's like, yes, inner child healing, but there's this sensitivity coming in. And maybe it's associated with the inner child, and that's why I brought it up right after. But it's this greater sensitivity coming in. So there may be moments where you just want to like curl up in a ball and not see the world or be in the world. And they're saying, do what you got to do to make yourself feel comfortable. Because first and most foremost, you have to make yourself comfortable to feel safe enough and strong enough to then expand yourself to be here. To be fully grounded in physical reality. But there's something in that Cancerian energy, and that could be that need of nourishment, nurturing, support, emotional support, that's very important for your grounding. And this is a side note for you, Pile 3. If you didn't get that in your family, I do feel like with this card, like I do feel like you had the angels around you. Like I feel like there was like, you know, a family from that have passed on, or like angels that were around you to really protect you and support you in some essence. And they're still here now. That just came through. 4, 5, 6 might be symbolic for you as well. That just popped up on the timer. So with the Aries card here, it says here, so that's left. Okay. Aries, it says the energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous, crusading, impulsive action is likely. Yeah, with the Aries. You're gaining greater clarity, because I'm being drawn to the eyes, Pile 3, about how to move forward and how, like, how to move forward, because you gained a lot of wisdom and information along your journey. And you're gaining more from these downloads that are coming in, that are going to give you the how of the next phase of your journey. Because I kind of feel like you know to some degree how not to, but there's something in the how you are to move forward that's going to be really important to your stability. Do you have a fighting spirit, Pile 3? I feel like there's just a lot of fire with you, and it's great because it's like it helps you to move forward, positive movement forward. But there's this transition of utilizing that fire that could have been like more of the anger or the fear or the resentment, and moving that into a way of a more positive, maybe positive isn't the right word, I don't know if it's the right word, but in a more positive approach, a more supportive approach to your life. You're getting a lot of downloads, dude. The whole way that you're going to do life is going to shift, but you have so much within you. Like you may be considered, like you may think of yourself as a starseed, or what's the other one? Not the violet, it's, oh my God, I don't know why I just lost it. I don't know, just a starseed, a rebellious starseed. You're one that shifts things and you create new paradigms. But in order to create new paradigms, sometimes we have to clear out some past stuff in order to break through some boundaries and barriers for you. And that's what you've been doing. You have a lot of wisdom within you. You have a lot of knowledge within you. You're being asked to tap more into yourself and spirit because you've been working the world a lot. Working in the world a lot in a way that may not be exactly what your soul has intended. And it doesn't make it wrong. But now they're saying at this point in your journey, it's now time to shift gears and really rebalance certain things. So be open to the possibilities and open to what's coming through to you. You may want to journal. You may want to just write down whatever insight or inspiration is coming through for you. Because again, lots of downloads. A lot of you are going to be feeling more of your power, more of your intuition, more of your light. Some of you are going to be feeling not the state, the royalty that you have within you. Regardless, all of you are stretching out and opening up your wings to something greater and building a firmer foundation in the now moment. Okay? It's a long reading. Is there anything else? Anything else for Pile 3? Trust your instincts. You've got this. Feel like you're going to go in ways that just haven't been built yet, Pile 3, and it's going to require greater balance and greater strength. Okay? And so sometimes, well, a lot of the times, no one understands when you're doing something completely different. No one understands. Sometimes you're even shot down. A lot of the times you're even shot down. And that's why we have to build a greater strength within ourselves, a greater connection to spirit, because no one else gets it. And for you, Pile 3, I feel like that's what's been happening for you. And you're moving into a time where you get to really express your own crazy, fun, inventive, creative, beautiful gifts your way. All right? So, Pile 3, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved it. And do give this video a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to have you guys, and I look forward to reading for you guys again. Bye.